the top stories, NEMA conducts Carib Wave Tsunami Exercise 2023. Organizers speak on public's participation in tsunami exercise, and Minister Maynard presents at UN Water Conference. The details on these stories and more after the break.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Are you into the agricultural industry? Do you want the funds to grow your business? Quartz Ready Cash Small Business Loans is launching the $20 million Agricultural Fund. All you need to apply is your ID, proof of address, and 2 references, and you will receive the funding to get the equipment, tools, products, staffing, and services to grow your business. Plus, you pay nothing down, get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and convenient hassle-free service. Don't hesitate. Apply today at www.readyfinancecaribbean.com or call 662-9268 or 466-1640. Quartz Ready Cash Small Business Loans. Every day we help businesses succeed.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Barrage. Sirens, emergency alerts and evacuations were seen and heard throughout Bastille as the National Emergency Management Agency held a tsunami evacuation drill. Reverend Thompson tells us about the morning's events and the public's feedback.
The annual Carib Wave Tsunami exercise was held on Thursday afternoon, simulating a tsunami evacuation and putting procedures in place to protect residents. The purpose of the tsunami wave exercise was to test the messaging protocol of NEMA. At least 3 to 4 SMS messages were sent out to users on Flow and Digicel's networks, indicating when the drill was underway and when it was completed. While at the gathering point at Greenland's pasture with toddlers of the Bright Sparks Preschool and infants of the McKnight Daycare, Trevor Seaton, disaster coordinator for St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society, gave a brief overview of the targeted participants.
I am located on the Greenland's pasture where the McKnight Daycare Center and the Bright Spark Preschool evacuated the school children to this location as part of the exercise. The idea is to test how quickly the teachers can mobilize the children and move them to safety. Now, this location is not the safe zone or the muster site if a real emergency should occur, but we thought we would use this location as a test, not wanting to stress the children too much. Now, some of the schools evacuated a sample from the school, whereas the McKnight Daycare evacuated the entire school, including the babies, the infant section, which is quite good.
He also spoke of what took place at the Tucker Clark Primary School.
We also had the Tucker Clark Primary School, who would have evacuated to the Ponce Pasture Playfield, and we had persons from downtown government headquarters, development bank and support that would have moved to the top of Church Street. Also, there would have been the Convent High School, National Bank and other institutions downtown that moved to the square.
At Greenland's, ZIZ's news crew heard comments about the sirens not being loud enough to grab people's attention, the speed of the fire truck as it drove by sounding the alarm, and in some areas there were reportedly too many sirens to pay attention to. There were also some concerns from the public about the SMS notification received on their phones that the language was not direct enough to cause them to take immediate action. As in previous years, officials have been urging the public and businesses to take the exercises seriously and participate. For ZIZ News, I'm Mervyn Thompson.
Meanwhile, the organizers of the tsunami evacuation drill say that while they felt they had a good exercise, they were disappointed in the participation from entities and the general public. Following a debriefing meeting on Thursday afternoon, Head of Exercise Control, Superintendent Lyndon David, spoke of the lack of response from certain establishments.
We observed that a number of institutions who participated, the employees were not that responsive as we would like. We also observed that some need the emergency and evacuation plans put together.
He also said that while the general public was aware of the exercise, they didn't treat it like it was an actual emergency.
They are aware, some are aware of what is taking place, but yet still they did not respond as we would like. Some also indicated that there needs to be a national emergency warning system so that persons can respond and hear the alert. We know that we are currently working on that, and we sometime soon will have that early warning system in order to assist citizens to respond when there is an impending disaster, more so a tsunami.
In previous evacuation drills, organizers have told ZIZ News that it is important for the public to respond to the exercise as if it is a real event. The response would assist the organizers in improving the protocols to make them more effective. Minister of Energy and Utilities, Honorable Congress Maynard, has emphasized the connection between climate change and water shortage in the nation while outlining the Federation's response and what international bodies can do to help. He was at the time making his presentation on Thursday at the third plenary meeting of the UN 2023 Water Conference in New York. During his statement, Minister Maynard noted that the Federation's water problems are the result of climate change, as reduced rainfall has diminished our supply and the underground water stores are being compromised by rising sea levels. He said the government has taken initial steps to lessen how these factors impact the population.
Work has already begun to develop green building codes, which we hope will spark a paradigm shift in the way our citizens and residents utilize water. Just this month, we announced the Affordable Smart Homes Initiative, which will be utilizing sustainable construction practices, including the installation of solar panels, water cisterns, and water-conserving fixtures. 69 schools, community centers, and health centers have already been retrofitted with water storage tanks. We continue to work closely with the Green Climate Fund and Global Environment Facility to introduce climate-smart water supply and distribution mechanisms for potable water and for hundreds of farmers.
He called for international assistance to provide longer-term solutions.
We recognize that our outlook is ambitious. However, we are confident that by leveraging multi-stakeholder partnerships with the support of an accessible and concessionary financing architecture that considers our unique vulnerabilities, we will succeed.
The Water Conference is the first of its kind to be convened at the UN since 1977. It is being held under the theme Our Watershed Moment, Uniting the World for Water. Sylvester Harris of Upper Monkey Hill has been charged for possession of firearm and possession of ammunition. According to police, on Wednesday, he was remanded to His Majesty's prison. The charge stemmed from a vehicle check on Monday when officers from the Anti-Narcotics Unit stopped and searched motor car PB1719 at Greenlands, which was being driven by Harris. One 9mm Glock 19 semi-automatic pistol and 14 matching rounds of ammunition were then discovered and taken into custody. After the break, Water Department outlines the rationale behind water rationing, and Acting Director of Public Prosecutions discusses the roles and responsibilities of the office. Stay with us.
Here are your Horseless Value Mart IGA specials for March 23rd through April 5th. Now our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Almond Breeze Almond Milk, just $9.99. Essential Everyday Salsas, just $9.99 each. Gatorade, $8.99. Country Cock Margarine, $27.99. Super Chill Sodas are just $6.99. Essential Everyday Freezer Bags, just $7.99. And now, our very low weekly value deals. IGA and Essential Everyday Chunk like Tuna, Water and Oil, $3.49. IGA and Essential Everyday Cornflakes, $8.99. Arm & Hammer Liquid Detergent, $19.99. Dawn Dish Liquid Detergent, $13.99. Arm & Hammer Deodorant, $7.99. VO5 Shampoo and Conditioner, just $5.49. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or black cards can do.
Mimi, what's that sound?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
Hey hon, what's up?
Hey girl, I just called you to tell you about this great deal I'm about to get with an insurance company on my new car.
Really?
Yes, really, just $200 monthly for the next 12 months.
That sounds too good to be true. Does it include windshield coverage?
No, that's an additional cost.
Does it include personal accident and medical expense coverage?
Wait, no, it does not.
What about act of God and riot and strife coverage?
No, you know.
Please tell me it at least includes some kind of no claims protection.
It does not.
Well, friend, the math is not mathing at all. With TDC Insurance, you got one rate and all that I mentioned included.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going on the website right now to get a quote.
You definitely need to switch to TDC Insurance where the math is mathing.
At TDC Insurance Company, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
Welcome back. Manager of the St. Kitts Water Services Department, Cromwell Williams, explained that the reasoning behind the water rationing in recent years is a direct result of the increase in demand. He made the comments during Wednesday's edition of the radio and television program In Focus.
Look at the development of St. Kitts over the past, say, 30 years, from the 90s to now. Housing took off like a rocket, and so our demand for water has increased drastically in the past 30 years. And so we have tried our best to keep a pace in terms of being able to supply additional water. Our well drilling program over the past decades is the main reason why we are able to meet most of our demand today, because we were drilling new wells and bringing new water online.
He added that the WST is in a state where it is not able to meet a 24-hour supply and must incur rationing by closing the reservoirs at night. He further explained that the wells are still pumping water into the reservoirs, but the reservoirs can recover and build up from empty to full.
We open early in the morning so that everybody can get an opportunity to get some water. But then, because the rate of draw-off is higher than the rate at which we are able to produce the water from the wells and the surface sources, because the rate of usage is higher, the reservoir levels will drop by evening. And so we go through that cycle in some areas almost on a daily basis.
He added that, quote, in countries like Antigua, they are dependent on desalination. 80% of the water Antiguans use is from desalination, and so that has always been in our back pockets, end quote. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, is responsible for prosecuting all criminal matters within the Federation. This, according to Acting DPP Greatest Gordon Hazel, during her appearance on ZIZ Radio's program Policing with You on Thursday. She explained that the DPP is a constitutional post, noting that the designation gives the DPP the power to take over criminal cases.
The DPP is a constitutional post. It's created by the Constitution, and it gives the person holding the office the power to institute criminal proceedings and to take over criminal proceedings as well. You know, there are private criminal matters.
Yes.
The DPP also has the power to take over the private criminal matters if necessary. The DPP also has the power to discontinue matters as well.
Gordon Hazel also provided instances where the DPP will intervene in a private criminal matter.
There are instances where people feel that they want to go through it, go through the process themselves without getting the police or anyone involved. And in those cases, they take the matter to the court from start to finish. And there may be cases where the DPP does not think that the matter should be in the court system.
Yes.
The DPP may choose to take over the matter and discontinue it. Or if it is one that he feels is of importance, then he will take it over. He or she will take it over and prosecute the matter.
She also mentioned the composition of the DPP's office, which includes 21 staff members who are dispersed throughout the 3 districts.
The DPP's office is composed of 21 staff. Those 21 staff are distributed within 3 districts: District A, District B, and District C. District A is from Keyon coming to Bastia, going down to West Farm. District B is from West Farm to Keyon in the other direction. And District C is the whole of Nevis.
Gordon Hazel added that the staff consists of Crown Counsels, police prosecutors, legal research officers, witness liaison to the High Court, administrative staff, and orderlies. Policing with You airs every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. on ZIZ Radio during the morning show with GQ. The Small Business Development Center, SBDC, within the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, hosted the second in a series of training workshops for small business owners on Tuesday, March 21st at the Kuna Conference Center. Permanent Secretary of Small Business Delween Taylor said that 78 participants registered for the workshop, which was centered on grant readiness. Permanent Secretary Taylor welcomed the participants and added that the ministry will continue to ensure that small business owners receive the necessary technical support needed to grow their business. She stated, quote, "We want to be more active in terms of delivering workshops so that you can be more well informed about what is happening and areas where we can develop small businesses, because it is our mission to transform the micro, small, and medium-sized sector within St. Kitts and Nevis through entrepreneurship and economic value creation," end quote. The workshops will run throughout the year and will benefit small and medium-sized businesses, especially as the unit continues its mandate to strengthen small businesses across the Federation. The Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship is working to diversify the domestic economy to create more successful small businesses and empower entrepreneurs with the modern techniques and skills needed to be competitive in the international marketplace. Students of the Keyon High School were given the opportunity to meet and interact with Kansas City Chiefs cornerback Super Bowl champion Joshua Williams when he visited the school on Thursday. The Keon High School was chosen for the visit as it is the alma mater of Williams' father, George Williams, a national who lived in Molyneux before moving to the United States. Sharing that he always knew he wanted to play NFL football, Williams offered words of advice to the students on achieving their goals.
I was just like you all in school, running around, learning, and to be able to come back and have people want me to come speak to great, bright students like you all is really just a blessing. It's unreal, to be able to come here, come back and just give you all just a piece of any advice. Honestly, when I was your age, I was saying from the jump, this is what I was going to be doing. I believed it. I believed it with all my heart. And all glory be to God, this is where I ended up. But it started with a few steps. First off was listening to my teachers, listening to my parents, and just like any kid, it takes time, and you got to make sure that you are doing that, taking advice, listening, and honestly, it's not easy. It takes time. You got to believe in yourself. You have to take the steps necessary to be where you want to be, and not everybody has to play football. Not everybody has to be an athlete. Like she was saying, there's doctors, lawyers, politicians, but it all takes the same step, and that's getting your education, doing what you have to do, listening to adults, everything you need to do to just be successful in life.
Williams also interacted with the Keon High School's inter-school team, which will be participating in the championships this weekend. The 23-year-old NFL player is visiting St. Kitts and Nevis to meet his extended family and explore his roots in the Federation. Coming up in regional news, $287 million lost annually due to water leaks in Trinidad and Tobago. The